My man, most inventors never make a dime from their ideas. Not because they have an idea that isn't good or an invention that isn't quality, but it's more so because they don't know how to turn that into money. Now, you might be seeing an idea right now that could change lives, impact the world for the positive, but if you don't understand how to commercialize it, it will stay buried in your notebook for years, maybe even forever. Think about that for a second. How many ideas have you had that have faded away simply because you didn't know what to do next? And that's what we're changing here today. My name is Salvador Briggman. I'm the founder of CrowdCrux and also the host of the Crowdfunding Demystified podcast, where every single week we bring on successful founders, entrepreneurs, inventors, and creators, sharing with you exactly how they're bringing new products to the world. My mission is to demystify success so you can bring your ideas to life, to create freedom, and to make a positive impact on the world. Once you know how to cash in on your invention, you will never see opportunity again the same way. So buckle up your seatbelts. I'm going to break down 8 of the proven ways to make money from your invention today in this video with clear pros and cons, so you can choose the path that's right for you. We'll also be covering 2 of the most underutilized methods that most creators don't know about how to turn their invention into cash. In addition, if you stick around until the end of this video, I'm also going to be sharing with you a couple of resources that you can use to really put this on turbocharge so you can get your product out there much faster. But let's get into it. So let's start with one of the most misunderstood but also powerful paths: licensing. Do you ever wish you could get paid for your idea without lifting a finger? I know, it sounds pretty good, right? Well, that's exactly what licensing does. You can rent out your intellectual property, your patent, your design, or even the technology behind your product to a company that produces and sells it for you. They handle the manufacturing, the marketing, and the distribution, and you get royalties every time your invention sells. Now, there are 2 main types when it comes to licensing. Number 1 is licensing your IP. That's really the license of the patent or the technology itself. It's great if you have a technology, gadget, or invention in some way. Number 2 is licensing your product. So maybe you've got a working prototype and another company out there wants to mass produce it. Licensing is like putting your idea on autopilot. Maybe you even heard about ABC's hit show Shark Tank and the way that many people license their product there. Now, the first pro when it comes to licensing is that it's passive income. So while you profit, they are actually scaling your invention, which is pretty freaking cool. The biggest con that I see is that you're kind of giving up control over your marketing, your pricing, and also royalties take time to really add up. Now, licensing your IP or product is one way to go about it, but if you don't want to wait for other people to pick up your idea and maybe want to prove demand yourself, well, that's exactly where crowdfunding comes in. Why risk your own money when thousands of people online will fund your dream even before it's built? Crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter and Indiegogo allow you to raise cash directly from the customers who believe in your vision. They are not investors, they're known as backers. And when they back or pledge money to your campaign, they're actually pre-ordering your invention. That's how campaigns like the Pebble Watch raised over 10 million, and either other products like the Coolest Cooler exploded to 13 million on Kickstarter. Now, the biggest pro with crowdfunding is to keep 100% of ownership and you get paid up front. The biggest con is that you've got to really know and understand marketing, video production, copywriting, and storytelling when it comes to that launch. There's a lot of items to study up on when it comes to crowdfunding. If you want to learn a step-by-step system, you can actually grab a free copy of my free Kickstarter course at crowdcrux.com/Kickstarter. Just go in the description, you can enter your name and email, and you'll start getting some lessons from me when it comes to how to smash your goal with your Kickstarter campaign. And for those of you that really want to go big when it comes to a crowdfunding campaign, you can also go down below. You can book an individual one-on-one coaching call with me. This is an intensive coaching call that you can book today in order to not only get your ducks in a row leading into that campaign, making sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, but also to really employ the framework that's going to be most likely to be successful for you, your resources, your industry, your category, and your product type. So you can go down below and book that link at crowdcrux.com/coaching. You can book an individual one-on-one coaching call with me. Now, once you've validated your idea, maybe you're thinking to yourself, I don't just want to launch it, I want to really scale this sucker. Then it's time to build your brand and to sell direct. So this really gets me into my next point, which is that if you want to have full control and full profits, this is your path. And this is the direct-to-consumer model, which means you handle the production and you sell through channels like Amazon, your own Shopify store, or it can even be a WordPress WooCommerce website. Under direct-to-consumer, also known as D2C, you control the brand, the pricing, and also the customer experience. But here's the key. You gotta handle inventory and also fulfillment, because every single late shipment or damaged product isn't just a lost sale, it hits your reputation. So imagine someone buying your product and waiting weeks for it to arrive. They're really not going to come back, honestly. And you also need to focus on growing your marketing and, of course, the conversion rate optimization behind your actual online storefront. That's kind of like fancy marketing jargon for small tweaks to your website, whether that's a better advertisement or even just a sales page, can have a massive impact on the profit and the sales when it comes to your online store. Now, the biggest pro when it comes to direct-to-consumer is that you have really high profit margins and you also have really long-term brand equity, which is very attractive. One of the bigger cons is that it does require capital, logistics, and consistency in order to scale your online presence and to start selling online and really growing that into a household name. But maybe your invention isn't meant for consumers. Maybe it's something that helps other businesses. And that's really where B2B and OEM deals come into play. Sometimes the real money isn't made by selling to people, but it's by selling to businesses. With B2B licensing, or OEM, also known as original equipment manufacturer deals, you sell or license your invention to companies that then integrate it into their existing products. You could even sell it as a finished product to other businesses in a B2B business model. For example, maybe you've designed something like a durable wine glass, and instead of selling it one time to one customer, you decide to sell cases to restaurants and hotels. This is what I mean when it comes to the B2B business model. Pro, bigger orders, fewer clients, and also steady contracts. A big con would be that it's harder to access. It requires network connections and also industry connections in that way. Now, this can be very exciting and also isn't either or. This can be a strategy which is used in conjunction with, let's just say, crowdfunding, but also direct to consumer as another revenue stream when it comes to your business. But what if you don't want to handle marketing at all? You just don't really like it and you want to let other people, just kind of sell your products for you and just focus on product creation. And that's really where private labeling comes in. So private labeling is actually super simple. You basically manufacture your own invention and other companies can rebrand it under their name. So you focus on production, they handle promotion basically. And it's really common when it comes to beauty products, kitchenware, the supplement industry, really, products and industries that thrive on reorders. And you can even develop, let's just say, like a corporate branded version of your product, tailor that to another company's logos, colors, or messaging. And all of a sudden, you've transformed your invention into a customizable gift, promotion item, or even an employee perk. The biggest pro with this is that it's predictable sales and bulk sales with not a lot of marketing headaches. The downside is that you're really losing a lot of brand recognition, and your success is dependent on other people really marketing your product. Now, that moves me right along to my next point, which is once you've really nailed production and you do have social proof, which is just like a fancy word for testimonials, you're ready for the big leagues when it comes to retail distribution. Seeing your invention on a retail shelf, that's like a dream moment. And once you've really proven demand online, retailers might even invite you in, or you can pitch them through a distributor. You can even just start small. Go for local or regional stores first because they're much easier to approach, and then they're gonna help you refine the packaging, the pricing, even the margins before scaling to something like a big box retailer. Behind the scenes, a lot of the guests of the Crowdfunding Demystify podcast and also my coaching students and also agency clients really do like to go to retail once they've mastered direct to consumer. A pro when it comes to this is that you have massive exposure and credibility, and retail in many ways equals legitimacy. The con is you got thinner margins. So retailers might take 40 to 60%, and that's really gonna depend on the industry in which you're selling your product. Now, here is the hidden gold mine that most inventors ignore: government and NGO contracts. So let's get into my next point here when it comes to government and NGO. So governments and nonprofits buy billions of products every single year for safety gear, clean energy tech, you name it. And if your invention improves safety, health, sustainability, you can sell through procurement programs, could be for government grants, could be public contracts. You can think clean water systems, portable solar gear, education tools, even big life-saving technology. Do not underestimate the power of the government and also NGOs as a customer segment which you can target when it comes to your invention and your products. And sometimes you figure this out as you're going through that startup journey. A great example would be Base Case, I think, of a podcast guest who actually discovered that selling to the government was more profitable than selling as direct to consumer, and also discovered that B2B was another profitable channel as well when it came to his business. So pro would be big contracts and you got steady repeat orders, which is in some ways enticing. The con is that it's slow, you got bureaucracy, bids, certification, and it takes a heck of a lot of patience. Now finally, there is a multiplier of all growth strategies out there, and that's really co-founders and strategic partnerships. There's that saying that you can go fast alone, but you go far together. And sometimes the smartest move that you can make is to find a co-founder who complements your skill set, or even a strategic partner with reach and resources. This is a classic strategy as described by many of the guests on my podcast, which is over 500 episodes out there online. It's also the path of many of my more, I would say, successful coaching students and high achieving marketing clients. Maybe you're the visionary and they're the builder, the funder, or even the operator. Partnerships can skyrocket your growth and open doors that you never really could on your own. As a pro, you get expertise, access, capital, massive distribution. As a con, you do lose control. And you got partners who most definitely need to align with your vision. These are some killer ways that you can easily commercialize your invention or your idea, but this is a journey, man. This is a path that you gotta go down, and this is also a path that many other people have gone down as well in order to see success. Every invention has potential out there, but only if you act. Do you want passive income from licensing? Do you want validation when it comes to crowdfunding? Or do you even want full ownership through direct-to-consumer marketing? Whatever your path is, protect your IP, build a prototype, and definitely start now. If you do want to learn more about using platforms like Kickstarter and Indiegogo in order to rack up pre-orders, to even pay for manufacturing and production costs before we really go into that full-end polished product, go and check out my free Kickstarter course at the link down below, where I share with you some of the tricks of the trade for driving funding when it comes to your campaign page. Also tools and resources that we don't talk about publicly. And if this is your first time doing this, I also do recommend checking out my individual one-on-one coaching call option. I've also had people who book calls who've literally, this is like their 4th campaign, and they want to go bigger when it comes to this next launch for their products on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or other crowdfunding websites. You can go down below at that link, crowdcrux.com/Kickstarter, to enter your name and email and join my free course, or you can book an individual one-on-one coaching call with me at that link, crowdcrux.com/coaching. Do not wait. This is one of the best decisions that you can make, and it is an investment to do that individual one-on-one coaching call, but it's probably the best investment which you're going to make on this journey, which is really having a mentor to help you and guide you through this process as you're going up there. You're going through this hike to try to reach the top of the mountain. It's always great to have someone who's done it before and can share with you some of those pitfalls and also what you need to do to get the straightest path to success. Again, my name is Salvador Briggman. I'll be honest with you, my team did not want me to make this video, but I do think it's important to get high quality education out there like this, no matter what stage you're in when it comes to being a creator, being an inventor, being a founder. You could have many different walks of life come to this channel. We have people that are in the United States, people that are outside of the United States as well. Sometimes it's their first product, sometimes they're a business owner launching their next product line. Wherever you are in the journey, I want you to walk away that, number one, this is possible, that you really just have to focus on the avenue and the path that's going to be most lucrative for you when it comes to your invention idea. If you want to get more advice and tips, definitely come subscribe to this YouTube channel. I love to put out videos every single week. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video as well. Leave a positive comment down below so that other people know this was worth their time. But my name is Salvador Briggman. The link's in the description, and I will see you next time.